So what's up, guys? This is CG. I will be live, and I'm going to put the intro on right now, fellas. Hit it in, boys. Let's put that intro in, guys. Let's put it in. There you.
This is John Chapman with the 49ers Rush podcast, and you are watching CG Ruthless Sports. Hope you're ready.
Yep. Hope you're ready, because John Chapman just said you are watching CG Ruthless Sports. So let's get it popping. The intro, everything. We are in place. Huge shout out to the BGN Sports Media. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Check out the channel. So we're definitely going to discuss this topic. Wasn't able to do the video. It was a few days ago through Twitter. I was on a Twitter space. I was technically just going on one of those little chat spaces. And I saw one of her chat room places where a lot of people would go in there to ask her questions. So I'll give you my thoughts of what was going on over there, since I wasn't able to give you guys all that right now. But let's put that suggestion in, all right? What's up, Damian Lee? What's up with it, bro? Yeah, I'm rocking the old school Niners Super Bowl champion hat, by the way. So a huge shout out to my boy, Ernest. My closest friend, Ernest, gave me this hat a while back. I didn't even notice I had it in the closet on the boxes, and I saw it, and I said, I'm going to rock this shit. Hey, we got the old school Super Bowl champion hat, so I'm rocking this shit like it's the 80s, bro. So what's up with it, man? So let's get on to that topic about Joy Taylor. So I was going into the chat, checking out what was going on, because, I see a lot of these chats on Twitter, these little space chats. So I jump on in from one of those space chats. And all I did was ask her a question, So I asked her a very good question about the situation with Jimmy Garoppolo and a bunch of other stuff. And here's her take on this one. She thinks it's BS that they're going to keep Garoppolo. She thinks the 49ers are just playing this game just to get other teams to get Jimmy Garoppolo for a first-round pick. She thinks that's what it is. But if she had to be a really good guessing person, if she was guessing on where Garoppolo could be at, she said that maybe the Steelers would be the best fit because they do need a quarterback and they can elevate this team. And she thinks a lot of this front office from Pittsburgh believe in Mason Rudolph is nothing but BS. She doesn't think Rudolph's the answer, and she thinks this is just a way for the 49ers to up that trade value. So that was my thoughts of it. What's good, CG? What's the weather like in Fresno today? Much love. It's pretty hot. Not as hot, very chill. I think it's in between the 50s or 60s, but it's pretty sunny, chill. Can't complain about it. I'm inside the house. Hey, what's up with it? Chicago Sports Talk. Michael, or should I say Butters? How's it going, brother? It's not too hot, bro. It's pretty chill. It's pretty normal weather in Fresno. Can't complain about it. We're looking in between the 60s or 70 degrees, I'm assuming, but I'm inside the house. So how's it going, guys? So, yep, Rudolph's the only answer for San. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one, bro. But in all seriously, man, this is what she thinks. Like, she thinks this is just what the 49ers are doing. She thinks that making it sound like the Niners are trying to say they're not sure about trade being ready, that's just to up the trade value for Jimmy Garoppolo. So they are still determined to get at least a first-round pick or something more. So that's what her thoughts are. That's a suggestion of what she's thinking of it. Her suggestion of what's going to happen is she thinks maybe the Steelers might end up making the move because they're a team that can make a push for the playoffs this year. So it can be anybody's guess. So that's all I heard about. But you guys know what I'm saying, It's just, there's nothing much to talk about. So, it's just topics that I've got a chance to. So Twitter's just another place to really go into a lot of stuff and talk a lot of stuff. And then you see a lot of those other tweets and those other stuff, I'm not too big on Twitter as much as everybody else, but whenever I get a chance to go on Twitter and I check out some stuff, man, it could be popping, man. So I saw what Grant put into the tweet, man. It was insane how Deebo Samuel just looks at him and laughs at him, and then Deebo just blocks him instantly. And I guess it is what it is. But hey, everybody knows how Grant is. He's going to bait and he's going to sell some stuff. He's going to get people to click into his channel because that's his intention. And that's what Grant's been known to do for quite a while. So you got to appreciate the fact that he could definitely get people to watch his stuff. The fact that he's going to put a clickbait of Deebo Samuel blocking him on Twitter, that's definitely going to be clickable because everybody's going to say, oh, of course he's going to block you because you keep making up narratives about him. Of course. That's part of the only topic. But when you talk about Deebo Samuel and you're flipping the script and you're flipping the narrative, if you're flipping the narrative on Deebo Samuel about how he thinks about the 49ers, then it is what it is. Oh, wow. Did he block you? I didn't know that. But you're a Bears fan, so of course he might want to block you. I don't know if he really did block you, but hey, that's crazy. But speaking of it, man, it's ridiculous how everybody else doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, everybody has a different opinion. Hey, let's put the hashtag CG Unit. Let's put the hashtag, man. Hashtag up at this shit. But yeah, that's all it is, man. Nothing to talk about during the offseason, so you just have nothing more to debate about. But yeah, 49ers offseason and talk. We can go with the questions. You can do whatever y'all want to do. Appreciate every one of you guys coming into the building, so let's definitely be popping. But anybody got some questions, man, definitely give me some super chat if y'all want to, man. But it helps a little bit more on what's going on in the real world. But what's good, everybody? Shit funny to me. Oh, yeah. It's so funny that everybody has everything going on Twitter. What is up, Roberto? How's it popping, y'all? How's it popping, Roberto? How's it going, buddy? It's just popping. Popping. Man. So we're looking at different options, man. We're looking at different options during this offseason, man. A lot of these interesting free agency, man. So I'm hearing. So word on the street that I'm hearing that the Green Bay Packers are going to cut Zadarius Smith. They are going to cut the Zadarius Smith. So he's another cut candidate. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it looks like the Packers are going to cut Zadarius Smith. And if that's true, oh my God, he could probably be a top target in free agency, and he probably wouldn't have to wait until March 16 or whatever goes on. But it looks like the Packers are looking to move on from Smith. I guess he was injured all season and wasn't quite much of a factor during that year, but he will sign elsewhere. So that will be an interesting signing for any other team to get in free agency. You got Dante Fowler, who has yet to be signed, and he should get signed somewhere, but you look at his value, you're thinking, well, he didn't do too good with the Falcons. But if you look at the film with the Rams, you're saying, hey, he's good. Why not? Kick the tires. Then you got a lot of these talks about Stephon Gilmore. All this talk about he's going between the Niners and the Seahawks. Let me tell you this. I don't think we're not going to sign the guy. He ain't going to be a guy we're going to sign in free agency because, one, he's going to expect more money. And two, does he even care about money at this point? Because he's got a Super Bowl ring. Why does he care about taking less of a contract? He's at the end of his career. He's going to want one big payday. So if I'm Stephon Gilmore, if I really want to win another Super Bowl, I would definitely want to consider going for a team like the Niners. But no. But if you want to take your top dollars, maybe Seattle might cough up some money because they are going to be the team that's rebuilding, because even with Russell Wilson, they'll still be competitive. But this secondary is probably one of their weakest spot at that position. Yeah. You're going to throw him in the fire range? Okay, I don't know, man. That'd be interesting. I got to see that video. I got to see that, man. No, I mean, you could do it, bro. I'm not going to throw his ass in the fire range. Someone was telling me that the 49ers haven't had a kick returner since Richie James versus Seahawks. Does anybody else think we need somebody new at kick returner? I think we could draft one. Here's a good suggestion. Let's draft that kid from Houston, Marcus Jones. You can probably get him in the 3rd or 4th round pick. Make this guy your bona fide kick returner, and boom, we should be good. That's the guy we want to get. If you want a guy to return kicks and play some secondary, get that kid Marcus Jones from Houston, man. That's the guy I want to get. Yep. What did the broad say? I hate her. Well, she thinks that the trade value for Jimmy is to up it up a little bit because they really do want to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo, Lawrence. So of course the Niners are going to play this game. They are going to play this game so they can get something in return for Jimmy Garoppolo. If they say that Trey's not ready, it's just to get other teams to give up something. You know how like they say, "Oh, I don't know, he's not ready. I don't know. We need to keep Jimmy." But if you give him some kind of convincing factor, and if another team's willing to give up a good draft capital, then you might be very convinced about, oh, I'll give you a second round pick for Jimmy. And if you say, oh, he's not ready, okay, why not? What the heck? That kind of situation. Grant likes Debo booty. Hey, Grant sure does love that Debo bootylicious. Right, as much as we can. Yeah, that's her thoughts. That's her takes on what she thought of it. But that was just like a few minutes of her time on a question, because she answers a lot of the questions through Twitter. If you go on her Twitter space, the Twitter space group, she will give you some questions. She will give you some answers, and that's what I came up with what she thought. So yeah, that was it. Be sure to Debo or Ayuk that button. Hey, but be sure to throw in a super chat, man, so we can get in some good popping questions, man. The more the merrier. And be sure to share it through the algorithm. More questions, all that, the better. If you got any other more good questions, just send me a $2 super chat. It's all good. It's good for the rhythm. And plus, we get to help each other. So you want to go with another topic. Let's go brutally honest at its finest. I'll probably just put the word anyways as a motto. Yep, Grant Cohn wants some bootylicious. Let's be brutally honest about it, man. We already know Grant Cohn is who he is, bro. He's a clickbaiter. He's going to get people to watch him. He's going to get people to hate him. He's going to get people to love him. But at the end of the day, you can't hate what the guy does. He does a great job on getting people to watch his stuff. Whatever he puts on click, they watch because that guy is more watchable. So whether you like him or not, Grant Cohn is going to troll the shit out of y'all. He's going to play this game, and he's going to get people to watch, no matter what people think of him. That's what makes him so good. You got to respect his hustle. So I don't even have no intentions of throwing this guy in the fire range whatsoever. He's not the guy I'm throwing fire range. I'm just throwing his name in the title just to get some more people to check out. But I like the guy. He's a good dude. And I technically did have him on my show like almost a year ago. So he's a really good dude. Just, I like his little attention of what he does, bro. When I saw a small little segment, I saw a little small segment. So I seen that small segments through Twitter all around, and I was able to think of how to make these videos into something. So I'm like thinking, hey, I want to use some of Grant's videos just to see if I can get some good takes out of this shit. And it's worked. Thoughts on Jordan Willis? Thoughts on Jordan Willis would be, he won't cost too much. He'll be a depth and reserve player, so he'd probably be a nice option to bring back. Like, if you want to retain him, he probably won't cost much. Maybe you'll get him for a league minimum, and he'd probably be a nice pickup in the rotation. So I like Jordan Willis. I like that he's fast. I like that he's lengthy. I like that he was contribute well. Like in rotations, he did pretty good. A lot of it had to play a factor with him getting suspended early in the season. Other than that, I like Jordan Willis. He's a good player. Definitely would want to bring him back again because he does help the special teams. He does help the defensive line rotation, and he gives you something good. So I like him. Hey, what's y'all, Zay? Hey, Roberto. Yeah, we do. What's up, man? Everybody. What's in the building? Hashtag CGU net. Come on, man. Let's throw in them hashtags. Let's throw in them hashtags. CGU net. 5 people in the building. How you doing? 5 people in the building, man. Let's get some more questions in the building, y'all. I'm super pumped up, man. You want to put in some 5 questions that the 49ers should sign a free agency? Let's put them questions in, man. How y'all doing? Would you like to have Sedarius on the defense since the Packers are cutting him? Depends on the price, but I like him. I wouldn't mind if he's going to take a very reasonable contract. I am down with that. I know Debo can do it all, but I don't want to see him doing kick return. I agree 100%. I agree. I want Debo to focus on offense. So let's draft a return man. Like, get a guy like Marcus Jones from Houston. If we can get him in the third or fourth round pick, bro, I take that kid. Why take him? Because he can return kicks. I hear a lot of good things about this kid returning kicks in college, and he's a good cornerback, and he's a good nickel. So I would take the kid from Houston. He's a good dude. Even though he's 5'8", 185-pound DB, but bro, he can return the kicks. I want that guy. I don't care about size. If you play this game, if you play like a dog in the field, I want you on my football team. So I want Marcus Jones because that guy he's a lot bigger than what he is. You know, he's a small cornerback, but he makes up for his size. And I will be brutally honest when I tell you how it is. Yeah, I don't want Ayuk to ever return kicks. Let him be the receiver. Let other guys return kicks. I am tired of trying to put our best players returning kicks when they should be focusing mostly on offense. Debo, focus on offense unless we need you in the playoffs. You know, maybe in the playoffs I might be okay with Debo returning the kicks because you definitely want a good change of field position when it matters. So that's how you look at it, and that's how we should be, man. So let's just put it this way. The only way I would want to use Debo is in the championship game. NFC Championship game or playoffs or Super Bowl, I'm okay with Debo returning kicks because he could change the position. He could change it at any moment. But in the regular season, no. Keep him away from returning kicks. Ayuk, stay away from returning kicks, dude. I don't want you even near damn returning kicks. That's right, CG unit. 6 people in the building. How you motherfucking doing, y'all? What happened to Diamado Lenore? Dude vanished halfway through the season. Same question, bro. I'm kind of the same way. Maybe because they like him better at the nickel spot, you know, because he played good at the nickel spot. So when you think about it, like he's played good at the nickel, but if you put him at outside corner, I think he kind of showed some struggles after the next game. So maybe they like him better at nickel. So maybe that's why he's been sitting down. I'm assuming. Yeah, Debo should focus more on offense. That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. But yeah, I missed Ted Ginn. I missed his return ability. The guy was a game changer as a kick returner, but as an offensive player, he wasn't all that. Like as a returner, the guy was great. Man, everybody, you need to make some T-shirts with the CG unit. I would get one T-shirt. Well, we got to push for it, man. Let's push for it, man. That'd be a dope-ass shirt. But, hey, imagine just putting my logo and then put the CG unit. Oh, that'd be popping. That'd be popping, y'all. I'm just going with the flow. I just think that the name CG unit just has more pop into it. Like my crew, my followers, you call yourself the CG unit because you're a part of the crew. You're a part of the CG crew, so you are the CG unit. Like they say, once you go CG, there ain't no going back. That's a good way to do it, man. Yeah, I think Lenore will get more reps next season. I think he will because they're going to try to put him at nickel. If they put him at nickel, I think that's where they're planning on putting him at because Quan Williams will be a free agent, so maybe that does open a door for Lenore to play that spot. Or maybe we bring him back or explore another nickel. Who knows? But I like Lenore's upside. Lenore's got potential. We should just wait and see what happens. But he did kind of show some decent signs when he played against the Eagles that he played more like a veteran. So he could be definitely a good option to put at nickel if we move on from Williams. But I just want to see the kid get more opportunities. And I like to give a shout out to his sister because she was in the comments from time to time, and she has big support of her brother. And she says that he'll ball out at some point. But I think this offseason, this is going to be the time for Lenore to actually insert himself as a starting nickel. So maybe he'll be the guy at nickel because you put him outside, he's okay. He's kind of showed some veteran savvy moves against the Eagles where he kind of played some smart veteran moves. But I think a lot of it plays a factor to maybe he can play better at the nickel spot. So that would be another option. So what you say, bro? What you say? That's a cool name. Yep, I think Lenore will get more reps next season than he did this season, without a doubt. Man, I don't know if I should even consider making this a thing. I don't know. Maybe Bird Game might just come into the comments and say, "Hey, CG, why not you just come up with the name CG Unit under the damn shirt? That'll be popping. Let's work on a T-shirt. I would get me one for sure and wear it." Let me see if you guys like the idea. Would you guys want to get a shirt design saying CG Units? Would you guys do that? Would it be selling? I don't know. Would it be pretty selling? Would you want a CG unit? Did y'all want a CG unit? With my logo, right? Hey, that'd be popping, man. I don't know. If that's what you guys like, man, oh, that would be selling, bro. Would y'all want a CG unit shirt? Oh my God. That'd be popping. Just imagine the crew, the soldiers. We could definitely put on that CG unit and rock. Come up with the honesty, speak facts, tell you like it is, whether you like it or not. Hey, Butterfly. Hey, Butterfly. How's it going? You want it? Well, we got to make it happen. We got to work on it. Maybe I'll work on a project on it. Maybe I'll have some talks with a couple of people who promote shirts. Maybe I'll work on it, but at some point, we'll get to it down the road. I like the idea, CG units. You just put CG and you put the little hyphen under it or something, and then you put unit. And it's kind of like a following soldier or loyalties, all that stuff. Tight, man. Hey, what's going on, guys? You guys hear me? We're good? All right, let's get to it. How's it popping, y'all? Yeah, the shirt would be popping if I can figure out a way to better design it. So that'd definitely be a good thing to do. Let's see if we can make it happen. At some point, we should definitely put it into a conversation. So let's see. So let's get on another topic, man. Another topic on another time, bro. We are back. You need to put a CG unit on a jersey. That would be dope. I don't know. Maybe I come up with a shirt design for you guys. I don't know about CG unit. It's kind of a good crew. It's good. It's a good following group right there. You definitely guys could be a follower and definitely show the support I deserve. But hey, here's the question that a lot of people want to know, man. Like, I'm tired of this question, but it's going to be a discussion through the offseason until otherwise. But I don't get why they keep asking this question over and over. I feel he will be ready. It's just you got to give this guy more reps and more starting experience. So that's going to be the question until otherwise. So that's going to be the topic that everybody's going to talk about throughout the offseason. And they're going to still bring up these rumors. And I know it's getting pretty annoying and getting pretty old. So that's something we need to work on. But at the end of the day, that's all it is. We just got to work on what we see during the offseason. But I know a lot of you guys are so fed up with this shit. And it's just at a point where we're getting so tired of it. Yeah, okay. What do you think about a running back? Elijah Mitchell, Raheem Mostert, Trey Sermon, Jermichael Hasty, or Jeff Wilson? There's no way we can bring them all back. Who goes? Who goes? Who goes is man, running backs will be hard, but I think it would have to be as much as I hate to say that it could be Jermichael Hasty because one, it's like he wasn't quite much of a factor. Like he was good on certain occasion, but he could be easily the odd man out. But Jeff Wilson, he is a free agent, so he could sign elsewhere, so he could be the odd man out. Raheem Mostert, do not forget to hit that like button, everybody. Raheem Mostert, it can depend on how much we're going to pay this guy, but he would be somebody. I know that if you let him walk, I think the offense would be a lot different without Mostert. But I don't know, dude. I don't trust Mostert as much as a starter anymore, man. Like at first when he was starting to show some signs of being a game changer, dude, I was digging it. But then the injuries kept on stacking up. It kept piling up. It kept getting worse. And it just made me lose hope about it. What is wrong with the media and haters keep saying that he is a bust? Trey hasn't even played 17 games since, and yet you can't judge him with 2 games and just say he's a bust. That's what I'm trying to say, man. I agree. It's just ridiculous how some people are. So it's kind of like one of those situations, but you never know. So you look at it that way, you just don't know what to expect out of it. So it's definitely something we can all agree on. But let's get on some more topics, man. Let's get some super chats, y'all. Let's get some good stuff in this damn question, man. Let's get that like button. Let's get that share. And most of all, let's put some super chats, man. Come on. Let's get some more questions. Let's get some more other good stuff out here, bro. Let's get some good stuff, man. You can do what y'all want to do, man. Let's do it. Be sure that subscribe to BGN Sports Media. Be sure to subscribe that channel, man. Just let them know I send you out here, man. But let's get some good questions. Let's do whatever y'all want to do, man. Everybody's got a part, man. So backup quarterback. Let's talk about a backup quarterback, bro. You got Tyrod Taylor. You got Marcus Mariota. I think Minshew's going to be a free agent, so that might open up. I don't know. I wouldn't want to bother with freaking. I would stay away from Geno Smith, but he's a free agent. Let's see. There's quite a few other ones. Joe Flacco. He's probably not the same player, but he would be a good mentor for Trey Lance. I think you can bring in like a veteran like a Joe Flacco who's been there and done it. Yeah. You think we should sign a center or draft one? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yuck. He's trash. Ooh, he's trash. Yeah, I agree, Travis Birds. What's up, man? Let's see. Sign a center. I think we could sign one, but it depends on the price. But if I had to, but the chances of us getting a center is we would have to wait until the later round to get a center. So maybe you're okay with drafting one. So maybe you might be okay with drafting one like a day 3 type center you can draft and develop as a starter. So maybe that would be the option. Yep, Geno Smith, yuck. How was your day? It was going well. It's a pretty nice day. Can't complain about it. It's been a really chill day. That's all I can say. I can't complain about it. Just working. That's all I've been doing is working and grinding. But I don't know, man. There's got to be some good ways to look at it that way, man. Let's get that. Let's hit that share button. Hit that share button. Hit that like. And most of all, let's send some super chats up in here, bro. Let's say what's up. How you doing, bro? How you doing, everybody? Let's get some more questions. Let's get some more of that, man. Hashtag CG unit, man. Let's get that CG unit up in this shit. Y'all want to make it happen? I'll probably put a vote. I'll put a vote on my community tab and see if you guys like the idea of making a shirt like that. Maybe I might consider it. We'll see. But yeah, be sure to share, do community tab, and be sure to send some of that mentality, man. You know what I mean? Hey, do you think Sermon will be ready week 1? Some people say we should get rid of him because he's not Elijah Mitchell. Well, it depends on how he develops. You got to let the guy have another year to prove himself. If you just let him go too soon, then that's just lack of investment right there. you technically traded up to get this guy from the Rams, and you gave him a 4th-round pick. So you got to hope that this guy is ready by next year. I think he should be ready by this coming year. The system is very complicated. It's a complicated system for him, so I think he had to adjust to it. So you should expect this guy to emerge. So he might be good for this team in the second season, because usually the first year these running backs have to get the hang of the way they play the system. The system's a lot different. At first it seems simple, but it's not simple for all running backs, because it took Jeff Wilson some time to be a very effective running back. So that guy was a physical style running back, so you never know. But I think he should be good. So it depends on everybody else. But everybody just has to look at it that way. I think you got to give it another year for these rookies to prove it, for these other players to prove it. Like Trey Sermon, he's still a system. The best backup for Lance is not someone washed. Huge shout out to Travis Burge with a $3.50 super chat. Appreciate it, man. You know what? Since everybody does these little super chat, I'm going to try to do one of these little cool intros where they say, woo, woo, one of those type of things. But I think if we're looking for a solid backup, okay, Tyrod Taylor would fit just perfect. He is the Midas touch. The Midas touch. Tyrod Taylor, when he's backing up, when he's like a starter or somebody's backing him up, they become stars. Josh Allen, he became a star. Baker Mayfield, he became pretty good. Let's see. Justin Herbert, he became good. Davis Mills, he's okay. I wouldn't mind Tyrod Taylor for whatever reason. Oh yeah, the Minshew mania. That's the guy I like, man. I like Gardner Minshew. I like that porn star guy. He would be a perfect fit, but as a backup, yeah. Or I wouldn't mind a Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, he's been there and done it, and he's got veteran experience, so he could definitely help a guy. So he would definitely be somebody that you could definitely consider. But realistically, I would prefer Tyrod Taylor because the skill set's very similar. I don't know about a Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota wants to be a starter, and I don't even think we want him to be a starter. I think we want him to be a guy to mentor Trey Lance, if anything else. So I think that's how it plays a factor with Mariota, because if Mariota is thinking that he can be a starter again, then dude, there's no way in hell he's coming over here. Because I think that if you look at it, he might just want to go to Houston and compete with Davis Mills. So that might be a perfect case scenario for Marcus Mariota, is to go to Houston and compete with somebody like a Davis Mills for that starting job. So there you go. That's a possibility of where Mariota could be at. If we get rid of Sermon, Rams or Seahawks will get him, and he will give us problems, and we will regret letting him go. I say we don't get rid of him because of something happens to. That's the point of these running backs. You have these running backs to develop. So Trey Sermon is not your typical speedy back. He's not a speedy back. He's more of a power back. He's going to be the in between the tackles. He's going to be hard to tackle. He's going to do good in contact. He's going to run a very simple scheme, but he's not going to be the breakaway speed guy. That's how I look at it. You think Kyle will use George Kittle more next season, or maybe teams are just doubling to let Moore didn't seem like himself this past season? I think it depends on how they feature him in the passing game. So I think he's kind of become more of a decoy now. So last season, when you seen how Kittle was playing, man, they looked at him as a decoy, dude. So Debo was getting a lot of the targets. Ayuk started to emerge. Then you seen a lot of these Juwan Jennings late in the season emerge. So I think that's the decoy right there, man. That's a decoy. So a decoy for George Kittle would be, dude, everybody knows that he's a beast. They know they're going to have to focus on covering this guy. So, of course, George Kittle's production has fallen off because everybody's thinking that he's going to get the ball. He's going to mostly be blocking, or he's going to catch some targets every now and then. But as far as him being that explosive guy that he used to be, there's been times where he hasn't broken those tackles. You know, the George Kittle we all knew would break tackles and score a touchdown or even give us those big chunks of plays. So I'm wondering if we are going to feature him more in this offense, or is he just still going to be a decoy? Because even if he's a decoy, that's fine. At least Debo and Ayuk and Jennings will get some targets either way. And George Kittle will still be a factor in this offense. So even if we get him for 800 or 900-yard type season, I'm okay with that because at least he's going to be fresh and healthy. If we're just going to use him and give him all those targets, then he's going to miss significant time, then I'm not okay with that. I like George Kittle. He's a beast. But if we're going to be able to feature him in this offense, I just hope we use him the right way. Oh, Butterfly likes to give a thank you to Travis Burge. Everybody is, dude, it's just a good way to start it. Yeah, it depends on how we use George Kittle, but mostly we're going to use him more as a blocker. So mostly as a blocker, maybe in some short passes or maybe he might get some good chemistry with Trey Lance during the offseason. So you always want to build a chemistry with the next quarterback. And if that next quarterback can give you some good chemistry, then I say George Kittle will probably get back on track. So maybe we'll see. Maybe this season was just based by him just doing a little bit of extra work and not getting involved much in this offense, but he's still got 900 yards. So I ain't complaining about the production. I'm just wanting this guy to stay healthy. When he's healthy, this running game gets better. So that's what I like about George Kittle's game. George Kittle could definitely be a guy that, you know, you may want to limit Kittle to 60 yards or less, but don't forget the fact that George Kittle is going to block. He's going to block you and make you pay. And if you limit him to 60 yards, good luck trying to stop this guy because he's going to block and we're going to get over 100+ yards. So that's how I look at George Kittle. So George Kittle, you can try to limit him, but you ain't going to stop him as a blocker. So good luck with that. So I still think he'll be a factor. As far as our running backs, Elijah Mitchell, when healthy, he's kind of shown the ability that he could be a 1,000-yard rusher. So I like him. Raheem Mostert, when healthy, you definitely do see this breakaway speed, this talent, the way he plays the game. It's ridiculous, bro. He can change the game instantly, but he can't stay healthy. So that's one concern about it that I'm more concerned about the most about him is he can never stay healthy. So that's one thing I can question about. It's like if Mostert was healthy, would he even be a 12 or a 1,500-yard rusher? I think he could be because the way he runs the ball, the way he's explosive, dude, this guy averages like close to 6 yards a damn carry. So it's possible that he could be that type of back. But when you look at it that way, it's kind of possible that he could be. So let's look at some more debates about it. Let's see. We do got Juwan Jennings as a restricted free agent. So maybe we can discuss about what kind of contract we should give him because technically we exclusively have rights for him. So it depends on what we offer him. So that's a good question. Yep, not someone wash, but we'll see. We'll definitely see, man. We'll definitely see. We'll definitely see what happens from here on out. But let's put it this way. As long as we get everything situated, man, we'll be good, man. We'll be good. So let's make sure that everything in place in this offense will get a lot better. So speaking of 49ers updated news, we just we hired our defense assistant, Nick Sorensen. So we hired him as a assistant staff. So he's going to be one of our defense assistant staffs. And I think we hired another guy too. So the next question will be is who's going to be that quarterback's coach? Because what's his name left? Rich Scangarella left to be the offense coordinator for Kentucky, and it's pretty much left a spot open to the quarterback position coach. So it depends on who we get. But the question is we're going to need a special teams coordinator and we're going to need a quarterbacks coach. So I don't know who would be available that we could sign, but it's definitely going to be a very good way to look at the offseason. A lot of coaching changes. So a lot of our staffs are leaving because of higher promotions. Like Mike McDaniels, I don't blame him. Taking a head coaching job in Miami is pretty much a step up because he can be the head coach and run the team the way he wants to run it. So he's taking a lot of his brains from Kyle Shanahan's knowledge and soaking it around and taking it with him to South Beach. So he can definitely get something in that investment. And plus, we get a draft pick in that situation. So that's a win-win for us. Getting Anthony Lynn is a plus because this guy's a good run schemer. He's definitely a guy that's worked well with the Shanahans. So he's definitely a good hiring. I mean, a lot of the staffs, man, it's going to change. It's going to be a lot of different staffs, a different special teams coordinator, a different quarterbacks coach. So we'll have to wait and see what happens from here on out. But we promoted some guys within our organization to be the wide receivers and tight ends coach. So we promoted Leonard Hankerson to be the wide receivers coach. Yep. Thanks you for. Yep. It's all we like is giving back and helping this algorithm. It's all about helping every one of you guys, man. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Majority of what I do, it's just to help a little bit of my family income a little bit because I'm kind of like helping up my mom a little bit. And it's not like I'm asking nothing from you guys, but personally, it's like a lot of this stuff that I do is just to help the fact that my mother's going through some struggles. So a little bit helps with everybody else, you know. So just put in like in this perspective, but I definitely like listening to what you guys got to say. I enjoy what you guys do. You know, you guys give me something to look forward to. You know, there was a time and place that maybe I could have just stepped away and left, but I'm just glad that a lot of you guys had the encouragement to reach out and keep telling me to stick with it. And it took a lot of guts for me to just stick around with it. So that's what I'm thankful about. A lot of you guys have been there for me, and a lot of you new ones that's been coming around. It's a great feeling that a lot of you guys have been very helpful with it. You know, I like that. And it's very encouraging for other YouTubers to look at it this way. Take it for me. I started from the bottom. And now I'm just in the 3,000 subscribers. It took time. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of work. But let me tell you this. Don't ever give up on what you guys want to establish. You know, it takes time. It's gonna go through some struggles. It's gonna take some time for you guys to make your channel very successful. But if you keep on posting videos and if you keep on putting some good stuff, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to rock with you no matter what. You're going to have some followers who come and go. If they weren't there with you to begin with, then it's their loss. You can't let it get to you. You know, a lot of people have taken criticism in a lot of ways, but you got to embrace criticism. Without criticism, there wouldn't be no reason to push yourself more. Because when people criticize you, it's a good thing to look at it this way. Take it like a feel. Take it more like, you know what? Is this what they said? You can feed off of it. When you feed off of that stuff, it makes your energy. It makes you want to do it. It makes you want to work harder, you know? And when a lot of people have the nerves to say that I'm a lazy worker, well, I work at least 12 hours a damn week, scratching and clawing. I work morning shifts, sometimes night shifts. It can even be a 16-hour shift. But at the end of the day, they don't know what it's like to be on my shoes when I put content. Yeah, some of my content may not have the best quality by any means, but I put the effort 100% consistent. And I've always been there when it's needed. A lot of you guys can understand that doing this YouTube isn't easy for some people. You got to keep on grinding. You got to keep on pushing. So a lot of you guys have definitely made it more possible for everybody else to look at it that way. But when you don't put the work in, and if you let people run through your head and let you own you, then they're gonna be the ones winning over this. Don't let them win over you. Just embrace it. Yep. Don't let them. Hard work will pay off. Your platform, your passion. Never give up on your passion and what you do. You love. That's what I'm saying. See, you can't say much about this guy. This guy has been one of the followers from day one and hasn't turned his back since. There's a lot of guys like Roberto that's seen what I've been doing, and he's been around me for a long time. So he's probably one of the very few guys that I've known from the get-go and hasn't turned his back since. So he knows what I'm talking about. There's guys like Roberto Hasty I like. He's a good dude. I really appreciate every one of those Niner content followers. And Travis Burge, he is one of the most giving and good persons that you'll ever meet in this platform. He puts on a good content. He puts his work out there. He promotes other people's channels. And, he does a good thing. That's what I like about Travis Burge. He's probably one of the more chill, nicest person you'll probably ever get to know on this platform. And he gives back. That's good. Yep. See, that's what I'm saying, Butterfly. That's what I like about this attitude. You're positive, and I'm starting to see a lot of what you are. You are a very positive person, and that's what I like, is positive energy. It's what matters. Means a lot. For a guy like Travis, man, this guy grinds. He does play-by-plays. He helps other people's channels. He promotes. It's not an easy thing to do. For a guy like Travis Burge, he puts his time. He does a lot for everybody's community. So if anybody doesn't appreciate what Travis Burge puts into the work, then they are losing their mind. This guy is a good person in my book. Yeah, never will turn my back on you. That's what I said, Roberto. You'll never will, because I speak facts. I've had your back. I've always had to look at myself in the mirror. And if I had to pick one person that was in my corner from day one, that would be you, Roberto. You would be one of the guys that I could have my full trust. And then Travis Burge, he's becoming one of those guys. He's becoming one of those guys I could definitely trust because he's a nice guy. There's a lot of good people. Butterfly, very positive person I've seen on this comments. It's been very blessing to have every one of you guys on my channel. And a lot of you 49er content creators, the newer ones, the people who've been coming on my channel, I thank you guys, because this is a great community. This is a great vibe. This is what we enjoy doing. We like talking about this stuff. And we just do it for the passion, but sometimes it doesn't hurt to do it for the money too. But you got to understand, you look out for what's best for you in business-wise, And that's what I look at. And Travis Burge, man, you definitely do grind hard, bro. And you should get a lot of viewers. A lot of the viewers should be able to watch what you do, dude. You put on great content, and it's a shame that, dude, I think the way you put your content, bro, you should get at least 1K views, bro, because you do really a good job. You do an awesome job. And I say it as a good compliment, bro, because you do a very good job. You are very passionate. You are very good with what you do, bro. You put the work out, and I can respect that. It's a grind hustle. And my boy Seahawks Eddie, he's another supporter of mine from day one, too. He's one of the guys that stands by my corner. Even if he's a Seahawks fan, he's been around my corner. He's been there and done it with where I've been at. So this is one of the most loyal followers. So I'll tell you what. Seahawks Eddie and Roberto, those are the two guys that I've known from day one. They have not once turned my back. They are the guys that are very respectful, very good people. And Seahawks Eddie, I like this guy when he comes on my stream. We talk football. He has his time. He can just chill and talk about other topics, and this guy gives you good football talks. I like him. And then you got Travis Burge. If we come up with more conversations more often, bro, I like what Travis Burge has to say. That's what I like about him. What's up, Butterfly? Butterfly. Oh, he said it wrong. I think he meant to say, what's up, Butterfly? But you guys get what I'm saying, man. It's like I got to give thank you to everybody else. Especially a guy like Travis Burge. You have to give him a thank you because he does a lot for the community. And he puts good work. And I'm pretty sure he's probably one of the very few guys that's sharing my content as we speak, because this guy is a giving person. So that's what I like about him. And guys like him really helped us algorithm good. And that's what we look at. Yep. And everybody else has a good platform. Yeah, Butter said hello to Seahawks Eddie, and Seahawks Eddie said hello, everybody. There's more to this platform that everybody doesn't realize. And I definitely want to give a thank you to Bird Game 31 for taking this chance with me, because I think he was taking a risk with me. You know, a lot of the risk factor with me was, oh, this guy has bad potential. This guy doesn't seem like worth taking a chance on. But no, Bird Game took the chance and stuck around with me. Guys like the AZ Sports Fan, he's been helping me on my channel and promoting me from this network that we run, the NFC West. A lot of the risk factors, they could have told him, hey, don't associate with this guy. He's a bad apple. No, they're taking chances because they believe in me. When you believe in somebody, you stick with them, whether it's good or bad. That's what you got to appreciate about. The fact that Bird Game is building himself a network and he wants me to lead the 49ers in this network, it speaks volume that he believes in me. So I'm just telling you, that's what I like about every one of you guys. You guys put on good content, you guys will get where you want to go. You know, Travis Burge, as soon as he starts putting on good content the way he's been doing it, this guy is going to be very appreciated and put on some good work at the end of the day. And as soon as Seahawks Eddie starts doing a channel at some point, man, I'd be glad to at least give him a comment on his video, or at least go by his video and say what's up to him. That's just how I look at it. As soon as Roberto starts having himself an actual channel without changing his account all the time, then I'd be willing to give him a real, true subscriber of his. But that's how much I appreciate every one of you. Butterfly been coming around for weeks, and at least some weeks or month or something, and that person's been very positive. Well, a lot of people have had the balls to mess with you. And I've told you from day one that I didn't tolerate it, that they picked on you, dude. Some people thought I was messing with you. Nope. I came in your defense and defended you. I defended you. And if people keep calling me a snake, then, hey, ask Roberto. Roberto knows I had his back from day one. Roberto knew that I took a defense. I defended you like you're my little brother. If somebody got a problem with you, I come in your defense and defend you. And if you don't want me to take your defense, then that's understandable, but I'm always there for you when you need to. That's what I did. I take defense for you, and I don't think anybody else should even mess with you that way, man. Butterfly, that's what I like, man. I like appreciating everybody else. But it takes a lot of encouragement that a lot of people forget what I do. But for Roberto, this guy he's one of a kind. He's a good person. But if people want to mess with him, then they got a problem with me. Let's let it be known. If anybody messes with Roberto, they got a problem with me. So let's put it that way. Ain't nobody gonna mess with Roberto. But Seahawks Eddie, he's got your back. Everybody's got your back. Travis Burge, Butterfly, they got your back, Roberto. Everybody's got your back. On this stream, they got your back. John Jay's got your back. Everybody in the Niner community that's got your back. Even if it's the ones that don't like me anyways, I don't care. They got your back, Roberto. They respect you. They like you. This community is what you like, is sports talk and nothing personal. That's what you should enjoy about, and that's good. But let's get on to another final conclusion, man. Let's get some good debates, man. I'm fired. I'm just very fired up a little bit. I'm just excited that we're just talking and I'm just having a good conversation. And a lot of you guys are just taking the time to appreciate what I put in. And it's just a great feeling that a lot of you guys are just taking the time to just comment me and saying hello to me. That's all I like. Yep. That's what I said, man. It just takes a lot. See, Roberto, you are good. Roberto's a very good dude. Very good guy. Yeah, you're good. See, even Eddie knows you're a good person. But when anybody picks on somebody like you, Roberto, that's where I got a problem with. And ain't nobody should ever do that to anybody of this caliber. Ain't nobody should mess with you or any other way, man. And when I tell you what goes on behind the scenes, man, you take my word because I tell you the truth. But a guy like Seahawks Eddie, he's got your back. He ain't going to let nobody pick on you either. And that's what I like about Seahawks Eddie and a lot of you guys. You guys are positive and you guys don't tolerate it. But it's a great time to express it. Bullies are weak. In some ways, they are. They like to pick on the weak and just, yeah. Yep. Can't mess with bad communities. But when they threat you, man, that's step in the line, brother. That's definitely step in the line. That's what I would say, man. It's something that I don't take this into. I had to change my direction. I had to go a different route because I couldn't take that type of stuff anymore. But yeah, let's definitely figure out something we can do, man. Hey, if Roberto likes that CG unit, I don't know. You guys have to give me an idea. So I'll think about it. As far as your suggestion of the shirt, man, I gotta think about it first. I gotta see if Bird Game's okay with it first. I gotta see if the entire community tab would agree with it. You know, it's gotta depend on you guys. If you guys want that to happen, then maybe I can make it happen. But we'll wait and see, man. That's all it is. We can't just guarantee anything and assume it. You know, that's just part of what we do. But at the end of the day, it's just gotta put the work in. That's it. But hey, I got another time for another question. If you guys got any more questions, we can definitely you can give me any questions. I don't care. As long as you guys give me something quickly, then I can get going pretty soon, you know. Very soon I'll get going. Then maybe tomorrow I'll post something or maybe not. So let's see. Later on I'm going to do the NFC West roundtable for like a pre-recorded. So you're probably gonna see the stream probably like the following day or something. So you'll probably see that video, but I'll definitely give you guys updated when the video is posted. But I am going to be on the NFC West network in a little bit. So I definitely appreciate every one of you guys coming into the stream with your support, but it's a great time to debate football and have a good talk with everybody in this community. So let's get on and let's just do a little bit of more questions and then I'll end it from here because I just want to pass up the 1 hour mark and then we can get going. So let's get on some final questions or maybe a couple more super chats and then we can end it from here and then we can have a great day. But if you guys have any more questions, we could definitely end it on a high note and we can get it going. But I appreciate every one of you guys, especially Corey Davis, a very giving person, a very good person, and David McNew, he's a very giving and a very good person in the Niner community. Those are the people I don't forget. Guys like John Jay. John Jay made my logo. John Jay has designed certain stuff of my brand, so you got to give him credit where it's due. So I got to give him his props. That's how I look at it. Yeah, we'll see about it, man. Got to give me a schedule and time. We'll see what's up. Maybe I'll just put you in for the stream for maybe I'll put you on the roundtable another week or something if you want to jump in. But I got to get in contact with you. You got to give me an email or something to get in contact, and then I can send you a link. I don't want to just put the link for everybody else, you know? We can figure out something. It's definitely a good experience to look at it that way. Let's get it popping, y'all. Let's get it popping. Let's get some more people in the building. Let's get that 1 hour mark. Let's get the final questions, and let's end it on a high note, guys. That's all I can go ask for. We can get some couple of more extra questions, and we can get it going. Or in a little bit, like in an hour, I'm going to do a segment later. So I'm going to do a pre-recorded with AZ sports fans. So stay tuned. You're going to see the video tomorrow. So the video is going to be posted tomorrow. So the video from the NFC West Network will be posted either by tomorrow. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Free Swerves. Hey, what's up? I swear Joy could do a show on darts and I would watch. She is definitely watchable. I like her. She's a good person. Oh, okay. All right, you came from prison. Yeah, she definitely be great for segments. I like her takes. I think she definitely is a smart, intelligent person. Like sometimes I like how she knows more about the sports than what's her name, Mina Kime. She knows more sports than Mina Kime ever does, so I can give her credit. She's definitely more watchable. I like her because she's more understanding. And plus, her brother played in the NFL, so that makes it more watchable because her brother is an all time great. So yeah, what's there not to hate about her? She's awesome. I like that how some people are given platforms for females to be sports talkers, and they definitely have a voice to speak how they like about sports. So the world has changed, and you have to accept the fact that females are going to be a part of broadcasting because you're going to need to change the culture. A lot of people keep talking about how females don't have no business. No. They do. They have intelligence. They know what they're talking about. But just because you're saying for a certain perspective for everybody else doesn't mean your opinion is like it's whatever. But you can't say that there should be no. You give people opportunities to do what they do. See, females in sports broadcasts, if they know their sports and if they know what they're talking about, then they should be in the business because they know what they're talking about. But if you're going to put somebody who doesn't know what the hell it is, then why even put them on the broadcast? Like, I'd rather have somebody who's sports intelligence like Joy Taylor. At least she's smart and at least she knows what she's talking about than Amita Kimes. I don't know. Amita Kimes just seems a little off. A little time she might be in certain ways, but she's a bit off on her topics on it. That's one thing I don't like about Media Kimes is their topics a little bit. And then there's the one with, I don't know, Molly, for whatever reason. I'm just not a big fan of her. She just doesn't seem to get the understanding. Like, she doesn't seem to have a good knowledge of the sports. Yeah, appreciate everybody with the likes. It's definitely a great appreciation. But yeah, so everybody else, I'm going to give you guys a last shout out, and then I'm probably going to end it on a high note. Let's see. Huge shout out to Roberto. Huge shout out to What You Say. Huge shout out to Roberto. Huge shout out to Roberto Hasty, Crazy Juice. And huge shout out to Butterfly. Go check out their channels. And huge shout out to Travis Burge, a very good giving person. Go check out his channel if you haven't subscribed his channel. He's got a great content, and definitely go subscribe. Chicago Michael Butters' channel. He's got good content. Huge shout out to my boy Damian Lee for coming into the building. And huge shout out to my boy Chicago Sports Talk Michael. Go subscribe his channel. If you are a Chicago Bears fan or just a fan of whatever he puts in general, go check out the dude's channel. He's a member of the CG unit. He's a member, so you got to definitely check it out. And a huge shout out to my boy Roberto Hasty for being one of those supporters of the 49er content community. And I thank every one of you guys for coming in. So as always, I will see you guys later. I will see you another day. So peace. Wait, let me see if I can get to the final end of the stream, the intro. Hold on. All right.